So as I can see, everyone has already the camera switched off, which is good because of saving some bandwidth. Generally, everyone will be muted. We can mute yourself, but we cannot unmute. So if you have any question, you can at any time write on the chat area. So we'll be keeping an eye on it. Or you can unmute yourself and also raise your question at any time. And in the end of the session, we'll be also having a small Q&A session as well, if you want to share some questions in the end. Okay, so going through the agenda for today. So first of all, we will be doing some intro. I will present also why it's important to move to the Lightning experience. I will share with you some of my favorite Lightning features and what are the first steps moving to Lightning if you are still on the Classic, and also some useful links that you can use on that matter. So, introducing myself, my name is Daniel Darunha. I have already over 20 years in the IT area. I know I look very young, but I'm not anymore. I consider myself a Salesforce enthusiast and also evangelist. I'm really a fan of Salesforce, especially Lightning. I'm already a Trailhead Ranger as well. A certified PMP, project management professional, bachelor in business administration, and the most important of all, be aware that I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So please, if you don't reply in the survey in the end, we can meet afterwards in the dojo, okay? Just kidding. You have also there my LinkedIn link if you want to check it out. About Nexell, if you landed here in this session today, probably you already know about Nexell. I just wanted to highlight that in the whole Europe, we are the first Salesforce partners. We are already over 20 years with the Salesforce partnership. So why moving to Lightning? That's a good question. Back in the days when Salesforce introduced the Salesforce Classic, the main focus was, especially in the data entry, about recording and keeping data, editing them, and sending the data back to the cloud. And when Salesforce introduced the Lightning experience around 5 years ago, they launched a more modern interface and not just focused on the data entry and editing the data and saving back the data to the cloud, but the focus was switched to workflows to enhance productivity and on the business processes. And this was a big deal because according to the Salesforce research, the productivity for the users was increased in around 41%, according to their research. And also the conversion rates of opportunities was improved in around 22%, and the time to close boosted by 23%. So this is a big deal. And I will walk through my favorite Lightning features and share with you why this is a big deal. So the first favorite feature of Lightning is about customizable home pages. So differently from the classic version, Salesforce introduced these new enhanced home pages that we can personalize for different profiles with drag and drop components, introducing really nice standard out-of-the-box components, but also it's possible to set up some custom components as well that are designed specifically for your business. So I will be sharing each feature, and after each feature that I present, I will do a small demo. So if you have any questions specifically to each feature, you can raise a question at any time, so no problem. So let me just then switch to my Salesforce environment. And when any user logs in the Salesforce Lightning experience, the first tab here normally will be the home page. And the home page, as I said, it's very well customized. So if you are an admin or you have rights to do that, you can just come here, edit page quickly, and then it will open the app builder. And inside the app builder, sorry, we can just drag the components from this components area to the page. So we already have here a nice component that it's out of the box, which is the quarterly performance. We have here an assistant that is a standard component as well that will be showing some suggested activities that you might do in related to your own records. And very nice features here, as you can see, for example, the today's events. So when you start your day and you log into Salesforce for the first time, you can immediately see all the events that you have for the current date, and also the tasks that are assigned to you and you have to perform at that specific date. Here we have also recent records, so it will be showing to you the recent records that you accessed, and also key deals. So key deals will be showing you some recent opportunities, and you can take action directly from there. But more than that, what we can do is just move the components around to customize it. For example, I just changed it like this, or I can change it back. What I can do, and one of my favorite components that are out of the box, is the dashboard. So immediately in the home page, you can set up a dashboard to be shown to the user, and this dashboard will then be showing all the KPIs that are set up for that specific dashboard. So in this example here, I inserted a component that it's a dashboard, and the dashboard inside is the sales manager key metrics. And by doing that, what I can also do for any component, I can set up the visibility and I can add filters. So for example, if I want this dashboard to show only for the sales manager profile, for example, I can just select a field here. I can go to user, then profile, and then profile name. And I can set that the profile name is equal to, for example, sales manager. And by doing that, this component specifically will be just showing for that specific profile. And that means that we don't have, most of the times, to configure completely new home pages and assign this new home page to a profile if the only difference is one component or something like that. So we can just keep one single home page and just filter the components accordingly. Another component that it's very nice to have is, let's say that you have some approval processes established in Salesforce. Then a nice component, let me just check where it is. Items to approve. You can also set and put it here, so the users will be immediately see what are the items that are pending for approval. And let's say that, for example, you have a manager profile and just the managers approve records, then you could also include here a filter for that specific profile, and then it will not make the page dirty for the rest of the users. So it's very nice to use this kind of homepage, and I really recommend it to customize the home pages according to your specific business processes. Is there any question around the Lightning homepage? It seems like it's all good, so then we can move ahead. So going back to the presentation, the next favorite feature for Lightning, on my personal opinion, is the Lightning App Builder. It's very similar to customizing the home page, but here in this example, I'll be customizing a record page. So for example, an account page or opportunity page and so on. And this can also be customized, dragging and dropping components, creating filters. And there are very specific standard components that I want to highlight to you. One that it's recommended by me, it's using related list single, activity timeline, report charts, and the path. So let's jump into it. So let me just go back here. I want to leave without saving the home page. So let's move to an account page, for example. And let's take here this Arcade Solutions account. Okay, so the same way that we edited the home page, we can edit this record page as well. So going here to the setup and edit page, we will jump directly to the Lightning App Builder again. Perfect. The first component that it's over here, it's the highlights panel. The highlights panel will always be showing to you the most important fields that you have and that you want to highlight for the users. And here on the action side, we can also set up how many action buttons we want to be visible before having to go to the arrow button. We have here as well a tabs component, and in this tabs component we have the related information, details, news, and here a custom one called permalate summary. So let's say that, for example, this page here, the landing page, as you can see, it's the related one. But let's say that for the user, it's more important to land directly in the details page, where you can see all the fields for this account. And it's more important than looking directly to the related information. In that case, we could just, for example, drag and drop the tab details as the first one, change the full tab to details, and we could also include another tab, and then we can customize the name of this tab, and then we can also drag and drop any component in there. So for example, I can just create here an example tab. The example tab will be showing there, and then this area is available for dragging a component. I want to highlight to you that it's a really nice feature from Lightning specifically, which is the activity timeline. In the activity timeline, we will always show to you all the tasks, events, log call actions. So So everything that is happening to the account will be shown here as a timeline, which is really nice and much more visible and understandable than the standard record, related record that we can have in Classic. So if I go ahead and I save this, and then I go to activation, we have a couple of options here in Lightning, which is I can activate this specific page for an app or for a profile or as an org default. So if I say that this page is org default, it will be visible equally for everyone in the system. But I can also define that this page will be the default for the sales app or for the service app and so on. Or go ahead and customize it to a specific app, a specific record type, and for specific profiles. So let's say that, for example, you have a sales profile and a service profile, and they want to have a completely customized page that it's possible just with a couple of clicks on the configuration side. Then moving back here, I created this customized tab here, which is called Permalead Summary. And the Permalead Summary, it's using a very nice component that it's a simple report chart. So we created here a report, and the report is filtering by account ID. So it's just showing the chart based on the current account that it's opened. And this can be done, this is a specific report, but you can imagine here that we can have a report on all open and closed deals, or if you are a nonprofit, we can create a chart specifically for the donations that this specific account have done. And this is really nice because then you don't need to run a specific report in a separate tab, look into the charts and so on. This information is right in front of you when you go to the record page, to the account page. So let me just go back to the account page and show to you how it looks like. So if I go here then to the Permalead Summary tab, you can see that the report, the chart report is already visible there, but you can also move ahead and go to view the full report. And when you go there, then you can see that it's still filtering just the account that was in the context. So we came from this arcade solution account, so it's just showing that one. But if you want, you can come here to the filters and delete the filtering on the account, and then you'll be able to see the same report, but based on all the accounts in the system. And when you click on a specific account, then the system will filter down just the information for that specific one. So this is very nice in Lightning. So you can drill down and look into the relevant information. Another very nice feature that we can have in the record pages are the path. I will be showing you in more detail in a couple of minutes. I just wanted to highlight here that if you have an opportunity, the stages can be shown that way, which is a very nice component as well. Is there any question or maybe a personal experience on the Lightning App Builder that you guys want to share? Feel free to just type in the chat or unmute yourself and just raise questions, okay? Good. So then if we don't have any question, then I can move ahead to the presentation and we can jump to the next favorite feature. So enhanced reports, charts, and dashboards. So in these images here, I try to highlight to you the huge difference between the classic dashboard and the Lightning one. So it's a huge difference. This classic version looks very outdated It's not that easy to drill down information, and in the Lightning, it's amazing. It's really easy to have a look and understand your data, and also to drill down. So let me jump back to it. I just showed you before a specific chart, but if I come here, also it's important to say that the Lightning App Builder, we can create specific tabs with components as well. So this is a good example of it. So here we have a Permaleads dashboard. Permaleads, it's a lead generation tool. And here I just included in this tab just one report, and that's it. And I customized the report to be in the dark mode, so sometimes it's easier for you to see the data instead of all white. We have different kind of components. So we have components that just show a number. We have components that are kind of bar charts, horizontal bar charts. We have donut charts. We have line charts like these. So we can have also as well like table that will be showing, for example, in this case, the top 10 leads in terms of website visits and so on. And in any chart, you can just click it, and then you'll be redirected directly to the report that was used to build that specific chart. And when I go to the report, we can see the full report now. We can see here the filters that are made. We can add a specific chart for the report if we want. And we can just, if we have access to it, we can immediately hit the edit button and go to the edit mode. So basically, the biggest advantage of reporting and dashboards in Salesforce Lightning is the usability, more user-friendly, and also much more easy to build the reports, because if you remember in Classic, you needed to select, for example, what type of report you are creating. For example, if it's a table report, a metrics report, a summary report, a joint report. So you had to know what type of report you are building in advance. And here in the Lightning Report Builder, you don't need to select the report type. So you just build the report, and Salesforce platform, you understand immediately what are the report type you are building. So this is a huge advantage, and much easier to work with it. So I have a couple of comments here in the chat area. Linda is just sharing that she joined late, but looking forward to receive the link of the recording. So absolutely, in the end of the session, we'll be sending it to you. Tim is also asking, is there any greater integration with Einstein, or is it the same integration? So Tim, I don't know exactly what you mean about integration with Einstein, but what I can say to you is that Einstein is built inside the Salesforce platform, so there is no integration that it's made, because Einstein was already built inside the platform, okay? And of course, Einstein, all the Einstein family of features are just available on the Lightning. We are not focusing on Einstein functionalities today, but if you have any question, a specific question about that, just get in touch with me and we can discuss it further in an offline.
Yeah, because we use Einstein for analytics, and you know, it always feels like a separate product, because you go into Classic and then you have to go to the Einstein the Einstein app separately. I was hoping that Lightning would make that whole process a bit more seamless. That having dashboards and having Einstein wouldn't feel like two separate applications. But from what you're saying, it sounds like nothing really changed there.
If you were talking about the Einstein Analytics, yes, this is a separate product, not built inside the Salesforce platform. Okay. It's a completely separate app. The Lightning Analytics specifically, yes. And yeah, the integration, it's much easier when you are already in the Lightning mode. But yeah, it's an integration then that Salesforce has on that side.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
No problem. So then just moving ahead to the next favorite feature that I have. A bit slow here. Yeah. So the next one is the path and the guide for success. This is a big deal. This makes the sales users much more efficient on changing stages and understanding what has to be done on each stage of the sales process. But of course, the path and the guide for success can be configured in a way that can be used not just on the opportunities, but also in other objects, and I will show you an example of that. So for those who are not aware about the path is this component. Maybe it's a bit small here, but I will show you in a bit inside Salesforce. But it's this component here that shows in which stage of the process that opportunity are, or if you have a path for accounts that, for example, let's say that you have an account status. And the account status could be, for example, a prospect, and it could be already customer, and it could be like inactive. So then let's say that when you create the account in the first time, the stage will be prospect. But since you have a closed opportunity, it could be then an active client. And if the client has not anymore any active contract, it could be an inactive one. I'll show you this for you in a bit. So coming back here to the Salesforce side, if I move to an opportunity, let's take one, for example, this one. And this one is already closed. Let me open the second one. It's a bit slow here because of screen sharing. Let's just give it some seconds to load the page. And yeah, as you can see here, we have a set of stages for the opportunity. And for each stage, we can set up, for example, here in the prospecting stage, we can set up to 5 fields that are shown here. And these could be the key fields that have to be updated for that specific stage. And here on the right side, you can build a guidance for success with relevant information for the sales users about what they have to perform in that specific stage before moving ahead. So this is very nice because the sales users in the opportunity example, they do not need to move here to the details tab, search around for all the fields that here we don't have that much, but let's say in a real scenario, you could have like 50, 60 fields inside the opportunity. And then you would make the users to just scroll down and search for the fields. And this decreases a lot of the efficiency of their work. So if we can just put here the most relevant fields for each stage and guide them through the process of selling, this is a really big deal, and this is really nice. So by moving the stage, they can just click around and set the stage as complete. And by doing that, the stage field is already updated, so they do not need to come here to the stage field and update down here, looking and searching where the field is. And this is really nice. We can build path for other objects. So for example, like I said, here in the account, let's take the same account as we took before. Jump to the details page. And here we have a field called, for example, type. And the type field could be a customer direct. And it could be some other different types. Just as an example, we field instead of creating a status one. So if I go here to the setup, and I go here to path settings, new path, path name, object account, record type we don't have, so it's master, and the pick list field, it's the type. Of course, this is just an example that we took the type, but imagine that it could be a status field. So here we can just select the fields that we want to show in the prospect. We can type here the guidance for success for this specific type, and the same can be done by each stage. In that scenario, I'll not build the guidance for success. I'll just move ahead, finish, and activate the path. And when this is done, we can just jump back to the account, go to edit page, and move the path component to the page. And this is all we need to do. So in that case, I'll be just assigning as org default, which is good. Jumping back to the page. And voila, the path is already there. Of course, we didn't create the guidance for success, but just to showcase to you how easy it is to build this kind of functionality. Is there any question about the path and the guidance for success? Okay, it looks like we are all set. So then let's jump to the next one. So split and Kanban view. This is really nice. So let's say that you have an opportunity list. So for example, you have a list of all my open opportunities list, and you want to work on it in a Kanban kind of view, and then the system will show you all the opportunities that you have per stage, and it will summarize on the top the amount, the total amount of all opportunities for that specific stage. And also the split view is great because if you have a specific list view that shows kind of all work that you have to do, and you have to go through all the items, the items in the list, you don't need to jump around different tabs and go back and forth to be able to work on it. I will show you in a bit. So let's jump back to the system here. Let's say we are back into the opportunities. So yeah, this is already the split view. So let's say, okay, here I have the recently viewed items, but I could select any list view or create my specific list view, opportunity pipeline or whatever. And let's say that I need to work on each to call this potential customer or create. So then I can just jump to the actions that I need to perform, and then I can move ahead to the next one and to the next one without having to work with the standard table functionality that would be like this. You go to the opportunity list, then you move to the first opportunity, then you change what you need, then you need to go back to the opportunity list and so on. It's much more clicks using the table kind of list view if you have a use like that. But the Kanban is a very nice functionality. So let's say, for example, I go to this list view here called My Opportunities, and from that one to display as a Kanban that it's selected. So the system here will show all my opportunities. As a sales user, I can see all my opportunities that are opened and in each stage and the total amount per stage. So this can also be used in different components like accounts and so on. And you can just drag and drop the items and the system will automatically summarize and update the summarization. And this is also a great feature in terms of improving efficiency. Is there any question regarding the Kanban view or split view? Okay, great. So let's move ahead. So we have here email templates and quick text. Okay, these functionalities are available in Classic, of course, but it's much easier for the end users in the Lightning experience. So to use email templates, save time, and so on, and quick text as well. Let me jump into it. So let's say we are in a contact. And in this record page, the activity is here on the right side, and I want to write an email. So what I can do here is I can use, from my email, I can immediately use merge fields. For example, if I want to just get the contact's name, I don't need to write it manually. I can just insert a merge field and select the name of the contact, and then it will show like this. I can go to the preview, and the system then will show the current contact's name. So that's great, because from here you can save what you are doing here in the area. You can save it as a template to use it afterward. So you can save as a new template directly from the email component. Another great functionality is the quick text. And for example, to insert a quick text, I have one already set up. called Lightning is amazing. And when I do that, the system already inserts here the text, which is hey and the first name of the contact, and Salesforce Lightning is amazing. So this saves a lot of time when you have recurring responses to give to the contacts and so on. And quick text is not just available in the email, but also available on tasks and many other fields that we have in Salesforce, shutter tasks and so on. Great. Then let's move ahead to the next one, which are actions in Lightning. So in Lightning, we can have really cool features as actions, and I will show you what are them. So actions can be buttons that are displayed in some different parts of the system, and these buttons can be customized to improve efficiency and to make the work of the users much easier and faster. So let me jump here to an example. Going back to an account, if I take here the arcade solution. So here in the related list, we see that each account can have many projects, okay? And what I did here, let me just give a few seconds to load the page. It's a bit slow right now. Yeah, so we don't have any project for this account. So what the system allows you, it's just to click here, new, which is an action, a standard one, to create a new project under that account. And this is nice, but this will show all the fields that you have in the page layout. And sometimes, depending on the use case, this is too complicated. So for the project, I have two different types. For example, I have a type for the project, which is hardware, and another type, which is project and software. And to optimize that, I created a custom action here called new hardware project. And when I do that, the only thing that it's needed and it's requested to the user, it's to just insert description. So in that case, description of project. And when I hit save, the system will already give it a name that was predefined in the action. The system will also select automatically the type hardware, because this button is creating specifically a hardware project. So if we come here, the name, it's already the account name, hardware project, and the today's date. So I can then jump into it, and then I can see all the details of this project. So the system already is automating the way of creating projects in that case and making it much faster than the standard new button that we can have in the related list. And of course, if we want to, we can also hide that specific standard new button in the related list and just allow creating new projects from the top here. So in that case, I would need to create two of them, one for the hardware project and another action for the software project. Yeah, also actions can be customized on different parts of the system. So these here, new tasks, log a call, events are also actions. When we are in a list views, we have these buttons here that are also actions. And all of these are very nicely customizable. So actions is a very good feature, and it's the last favorite feature that we can have in Lightning. So jumping back to the presentation, we have here, okay, Lightning is amazing, it's awesome. I would like to move to Lightning. So what are my first steps on doing that? So if you are in the classic mode and you go to the setup, there is this button here on the left top side called Get Started. And here, the Salesforce will give you a guidance of 3 steps to move it to to Lightning. So there is the discovery phase, the rollout phase, and the optimize phase. But the most important step is here in the first phase of discovery, which Salesforce provides the readiness check. So the Salesforce platform, you read into all your customizations and check if you have anything that it's not compliant with Lightning, and will guide you through changes that you have to make. And also, yeah, like I said, the Lightning Experience Transition Assistant. And also, of course, if you want, we are here to help in the transition. I also here inserted some useful links that you can make use of, which are Classic versus Lightning full comparison, so full comparison of all features. Also the gaps between Lightning Experience and Salesforce Classic, you can check it out. Tips on rolling out the Lightning Experience. Also there is a Trailhead module called Make the Move to Lightning Experience, which is very nice to finish that module as well. And the top Lightning only experience features, which is a video provided by Salesforce. So yeah, basically this is it for today. Now I would like to open the discussion. So if you have any experience to share, any questions, just unmute yourself and feel free to share with us. Anyone? So if no one wants to share anything, I think I will have to bring you guys to the dojo to do some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighting. Catherine is just saying that it was an excellent session. Thank you, Catherine. If you have any further question, just get in touch with us offline if you want. We are here to help.
I have a question, if I may. This is Linda from Greenlamp. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead, Linda.
I just was wondering if it's still free of cost to move to Lightning from the Classic for an NPO.
Yeah, absolutely. Lightning it's free. It's just in between quotes, but it's another user interface, and the system is exactly the same behind the scenes. There is no differentiation on licenses and all this kind of pricing differentiations. So it's all free. The only thing that matters, it's really having a deep look into the current customizations that you have and making sure that all of them are Lightning ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, Adis is just saying thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Okay, so then I think this is it. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the session, and just feel free to contact me at any time. Here are my contact emails, so you receive this slide deck. If you have any question or anything that you want to share, please just drop me an email and I will reply as soon as I can. Thank you very much, everyone, and let's finish the session. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.